probably got a couple of phases going through the pre-Christmas phase. The most important thing is getting our players who have had surgeries or coming back from rehab back in the swing of things as good as we can, and making sure that really come January we've got as many players on the ground as we can possibly get for training. So there's a real focus on that, and the ones that are training are going really well. Training really intensely and doing a really good job so far. I mean, we've got 7 of the younger boys coming out of the national draft, and they've been fantastic. They've turned up in good condition, and they're really keen to learn, and we don't push them too hard at this time of the year. Obviously their first pre-season, we need to make sure we manage them, get them right, get them strong. But we've seen bits and pieces of them so far. They look really good, and we've got the 3 obviously boys that have been at other clubs as well, and certainly Thurlow and Clark are really training hard now and looking fantastic. Isaac Heaney's another who continues to set a high standard. He's whether it's in the running or the ball work, he's right up the front, and Jordan Dawson's another one who we've been really impressed so far. He's been able to get his first pre-Christmas block in that's been solid and consistent, and it's really shown in the training track, which is great. And with the 3 weeks off compulsory competition wide, you only get a few weeks training, so it's not much of a grind at all now. You need to really come in and make the most of this period of time. It's only a 3 or 4 week training block that these guys have got before Christmas, so get in there, get as much done as we can, and prepare as best we can for the post-Christmas when we return in January, to have as many players training and preparing as we can. It'll be a disjointed this year program as far as going to different venues, but we look at the positive in that. We've really enjoyed going to other venues and just sort of make sure when we get back here we're nice and fresh for the season to start, but we've enjoyed that. We know longer term it's fantastic for the football club to have the development of Lakeside Oval and have a high quality ground that's a decent width. We can fit 18v18 on is a great thing for the football club going forward. So we'll get what we need to out of this pre-season. We'll enjoy the fact that we're going to different venues, enjoy different experiences, and knowing the long-term future of the footy club, particularly the training centre, is secure. Well, the main focus is absolutely the moment is getting as many players on the track as we can possibly get for January. So it's establishing that strong foundation in a physical sense to get as many players going in a game plan sense. So we'll certainly make some tweaks and some changes in the new year, and when we get those grips on, we'll be sort of focusing on that. We're making sure that we get the combination between the decision making and the fundamental skill program right. So it's just focusing on those smaller things in the individual parts of the game that you need to get right, and then come January really hit the ground running and making sure that the squad's up in the best possible condition as it can be.